Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am here with a concoction today. We are going to make a very easy recipe called praline bars. I got this from either Betty Crocker or Pillsbury, a General Mills company. And that recipe is on my blog at darlenemichaud.com. I'll have a link to the actual recipe down below in the description box and also in the comments. So do go check it out if you want to make it the way they say so. I'm going to switch it up a little tiny bit. They use pecans, which you usually use with pralines, but I'm going to be using walnuts because that's what my mother loves, and I will be adding some coconut to it. They also have it for a bigger pan. I'm cutting the recipe in half. I'm actually going to just make whatever fits in here for grahams. So you only need 3 ingredients: grahams, brown sugar, butter, and then nuts are optional. Well, let's just get started. I just want a single layer of grahams in this, and I think I can go 3 across. All right, let's break something up here to fill in the spaces. I'm going to do that and just overlap a little bit. And same here. We'll just overlap. I think overlapping is allowed. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. Since I am cutting the recipe in half, I need just a 1/4 cup of butter. I just cut a stick in half. That gives you a 1/4 cup, 4 tablespoons. Do not use margarine, use butter. And then I need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to pack that in the cup. And it's a little extra. And that's it. I've never tried this before, so I have no idea how it will turn out. Now it says to bring this to a boil and boil for 1 minute, stirring constantly. Even I can put up with standing at a stove for 1 minute. So I'm going to do that. I will boil it for 1 minute. I will be right back. I did want to mention, I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees, and I also need to chop the walnuts. So before I boil this, let's do that. I thought I had my camera on, but I didn't. I put some walnuts in a chopper, probably like, I don't know, a 1/4 cup or a little bit more, and just chop like that a little bit, because she loves her walnuts. And I will also be adding some coconut flakes, which would be this way. Now I'm going to go boil this for 1 minute. This probably took 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes to actually melt and start to boil, and then I timed it 1 minute, and looks pretty good. So now we pour it over this. I'm not doing a good job of spreading it evenly. I don't want it to seize up on me. I'm going to hurry up and spread this. I certainly could go with more of this part. But that'll be good enough. Get that to the edges. Pretty easy so far. Okay, now it says you can add your nuts if you want. And I want. Just sprinkle those on top. Get some on the floor if you want, like I just did. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of coconut, just a little bit. I'm thinking that when this comes out, you could add some morsels. It will be hot, and you know, they would just melt a little bit. Okay, this is going in the oven at 350 degrees, preheated. My oven is ready, and it says, let me go look at the time, 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to go with 8. And this is what we have. I left it just 8 minutes. It was bubbling a little bit. My concern is I didn't want the candy part to get really hard, but I think with the grahams under there, it might, you know, provide a little bit of moisture when it's cooled. So I'm just curious. I'm going to let this cool for a little bit, and then I'll see if it can be cut, and I will show you. This has cooled off enough. And I'm just going to go around the edge. Oh, that's easy. And I'm thinking this is just going to come out. Oh, look at that. Well, it's not coated where I overlapped. Now, I didn't even think I could have put some of that stuff under there. Wow. Now, I'm hoping I can cut these. Let me get a better knife. Get this guy. I just want to see if I can cut without it just breaking all apart. Well, it kind of wants to break a little bit, but that looks pretty good. It does look crisp. And I'm also not tasting it because I don't want any sugar right now. But I think it's a pretty cool treat. You wouldn't have to cut them in little bars like that, but you could. Seems to be working good. Which way does the line go? This way. Oh, that just snapped right apart. The nuts are not sticking. If you're going to add nuts, I would stir it after, you know, when you take your pot off the burner and you're stirring it to pour it, I would put the nuts in at that point and let them go right in. That would make sense. This looks phenomenal. I wish I could taste it, but I'm not going to. So it will be for my mother, and it's not a good time for her. She has a boo-boo tooth right now, so I will just have to wait. So what you need to do is you need to give it a try, and you tell me how it came out. I think that it's a very easy recipe, and I don't think it can go wrong. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye! And remember, the recipe link is down below.